Please welcome Mr. Johnny Lin. Okay.
Okay. Hello. Yeah. Thank you for having me here. I'm feel honored that I get invited here. So let me introduce a bit about myself. My name is Johnny. I'm representing OTO Professional as a business development leader, and actually OTO is part of the Samad Group, and I'm from Indonesia. Yeah, so you can see my last name is from Indonesia. That actually Indonesia right now is where the coronavirus undetected. Yeah, so we don't have cases over there. Yeah, that's a joke anyway. so. So I'm going to start from a little bit about my topic today. Yeah, so sorry. Okay, how to improve the hospital management in a smart way. This my topic today. Okay. So I'm going to start from some of the pain points at the hospital that happen nowadays. So as you can see on the statistic, that average of the nurses or staff in the hospital, they are working more than 10,000 steps every day. Yeah, some of them are more than 15,000 staff, meaning that they are working in a very environment that they need to work a lot and do a lot of chores and things like that. Yeah, of course, if you want to get some diet there, you can become a hospital staff, because that will make your target every day. And because of that, the shortage of nursing power causing paramedic person to work overtime, more than 13 hours daily. Some of them, they're even working more than 18 hours or don't have rest. Yeah. Some of the cases that even have like working 2 days to get a rest, and then after that. So the nursing staff always work under high pressures. Yeah. About 80% of staff, they have the stomach issue. Yeah. And 60% of the emergency care staff of the EU, they always get violence treated by the patients. Why? Because a lot of patients, when they come to the EU, they want to get the treatment right away, and when they don't get any responses, and the things can get really violent. Okay. So this is really a bad condition, and also it's a bad working environment for the hospital staff. So it is kind of high turnover rate, and total turnover rate for the nursing staff actually is very high. So instead of being nurses or being staff in the hospital, they might find another job. And that's causing a lot of issues for the hospital management, because the shortage of manpower and the shortage of the staff is causing them a lot of management issues. So here we are. I mean, we try to solve all these management issues, try to using technologies. Yeah. Actually, the solution that we're working with is a Taiwanese company, Foxconn. So Foxconn is the company who makes iPhone. Okay. So you can see that Foxconn is one of the the biggest company in the world, and they have the technology that can solve almost every issues. And they try to solve these hospital management issues and solutions. And here are some of the solutions that we have already solved in the hospital, and I'm going to mention one by one, and later I'm going to explain it in the next slide. So it's a wire-based emergency button that we use to replace the conventional way of pressing buttons. For call for help, and also the manual tracking on patients' condition, and also the vital signs. And also, as I mentioned earlier on the page, that violence and medical environment is very severe. Yeah. So how do we tackle with these kind of issues? Also manual checking on environmental parameters and also readings. Yeah. Complex procedures to keep the medical storage in a good condition. And also, sometimes, like for example, food cart. Yeah, it's very difficult to find the locations. And also, some of the hospital equipment, they are often borrowed, the small objects in the hospital, and end up lost because they don't know where it is right now. And for the hospital management, they are doing so many things to help to improve the situation. So they implement a lot of solutions to solve the issues. But the problem is that there are so many solutions. There are so many ways to help to solve this kind of issue, but it's become a burden for the hospital staff, because so many solutions and not centralized. For the hospital staff, they need to learn about new software, new interfaces, and even new application every day. And sometimes it's really perplexed for them, because for them, it's not really easy to understand new software or new things, because they already have a lot of job to do. You don't want to create more problems for the hospital staff, but you want to solve problems for them. Okay, so here we are. We think how to improve the hospital management smart way. Yeah. We try to bring this idea into hospitals. Yeah. We call it IOT Platform. Yeah. IOT Platform is A for AI, I for Internet, IoT for Internet of Things. Then we try to centralize all the solution into one platform. So it will be only one software, one interface, one dashboard to control all the solutions. So you can have all the solution now, and you can have some solution later. So you don't need to add all solution into one APK and then another one tomorrow, another one next week. Yeah. And you get perplexed also for your staff, also for your management. So the idea is that you put everything into one small platform. The platform is called IoT Platform. And when you have a new function, new features, you just put into this platform. You set up SOP to control the new solution that come up to your hospital. Okay. So this is just an explanation that how our company help the hospital. Yeah, we provide the total solutions, and so we set up the applications for them. We set up the platform. We set up the server, and also if they can use their own cloud. But also we provide the external cloud, like for example Microsoft, AWS, for the data that you are okay to share outside the hospital that you don't have confidential issue with. And we provide the dashboard, APK, alert, and also it connected with your existing applications. So you don't need to change your HIS. You don't need to change your hospital information system. You just integrate it with this IoT platform. Any solution you want to implement it now, and some of the solutions you already implemented, can be all centralized in this platform. Use one dashboard, one APK to control all of the functions and the solution for your staff, for your management, and also for the patient use. So as you can see, some of the example downstairs that you can also connect it with your parking system. You can also even connecting with your environmental monitoring, security, and also even the automation of your work in the hospital. So these are some of the projects that we already implemented in hospital. As you can see that we already implemented the baby tracking for babies, and also the hospital air purifications, because right now the corona issue is spreading all over the world. So we try. We also have solution that can tackle with this issue. So the solution we're using is called the GCF. So you can search online for that one. What we do is that we produce the hydrogen peroxide and let the hydrogen peroxide to fill over the working environment and kill viruses. Okay. The kill rate can be 99.9%. And what we do there is that we connect it with the IoT platform, so we know the condition of the hospital locations. For example, in the ER or in the patient's ward, then you will know the air condition and give the immediate air purification treatment right away, because it's all centralized. And also, for example, robot. You have the robot cleaning for your hospital if a place is contaminated, and then you can send a robot right away. Also, the asset tracking, of course, and food cart treatment, and also like equipment management. Also we have integrated medical AI. Okay, so in the next slide, I will try to explain one by one. So the staff tracking and management. I think the real-time positioning tracking already implemented in some of the hospital. So we try to do this also for staff tracking and management, and using the gateway that we already have. And then you can track all the valuable members in the hospital real time. Okay, so when they need help, for example, you can see the wireless nurse call button. Okay, that one. Later I also have a slide, a case study that I already implemented in the hospital in Taiwan. That also has some video that you can see later. And patient alert, for example, that this kind of feature is for you to track the patient, something happened to him. For example, that if the patient fall from the bed, also in the restroom, when they take shower, they fell off, and the system will also auto alert, because it's already connected to the smart gateway that we already implemented in the hospital. So you know the locations, and you also know the situation of the patients. Infection control, because it's a location-based system, so you can draw basically an electronic fence that at the same time you keep the pride of the patients because you don't want really build up a wall to lock him up, but you have a electronic fence that you can let the patients, if he's walking up this electronic fence, and you will alert to the management. Okay. Smart diapers. So diapers can be used on adult or on elder care. So we also have implemented some of the elder care. So the nurses and also the hospital staff, they don't need to take care of the diapers condition every time manually, but it's inform them by the system. And because it's connected with the platform, so you will know the location and the situation. Like for example, the renal battery or something like that is all informed to you. It's not every different APK or every different software. So it will be more complex that way. And also air purification, as I just mentioned, and robot tracking. Also, we will have a case study sharing later. And medical AI. I think a lot of hospitals try to implement AI, and many of the doctors think that, oh, and I get replaced or something like that. I don't think that's the case. For medical AI, I think it's to help doctors, to assist doctors to make decisions. I think in the future, still will be like that. Yeah, so it's a tool that I think it's going to be used commonly in the hospital in the future. So right now, the accuracy that our company can provide is already more than 90% for some cases. Actually, we have a booth in the showroom, so you can visit us later. So what is the benefits for hospital management if you put IoT platform? I think the number one, as I mentioned in the beginning, you centralize all the solutions, okay? And it's easy adaptation. Yeah, you don't need to put all the solution all together. It's expandable, upgradable, and it's flexible. And easy to calculate the ROI based on the project implemented. Later I will also show you one of the example. And also we have the AI to assist the management. And what is the benefit for hospital staff? For hospital staff, of course, they can take care of more important jobs instead of taking care of chores. Help staff to alleviate burdens and chores. Staff working local environment management could become more efficient. Healthier work environment for hospital staff. And no need to learn new system or software all the time because you're just facing the same system, same software, and same interfaces. Okay, the first one is the violence prevention hospital. So this is we try to integrate the real-time positioning with the IoT platform. Actually, this is coming from pain points of the hospital that they're facing this kind of hospital violence, meaning that a lot of patients, they are escalate their inpatient to become more violent and severe condition. And according to a study that government record is 262 cases per hospital. Yeah. But the real cases is that in the same hospital that we have interviewed, they have 426 cases in 1 year, in just 1 year, reported from the security office. So that's a lot actually. So most of them happen in the ER and wards, 80% of them. Why? Because they want to get immediate handling or also treatment right away. Because in ER, usually they are in a such hurry, and their family or themselves, they are in a great pain. And they always think that they are the #1 priority. So that's why things get really violent when they want to get treatment right away. And sometimes, most of the cases, and you can see on the page, 90% need immediate handling by the security officer. So as you see it in the handling resolve, out of some cases that we put it here, that only 106 cases you can persuade them to become lowering their tension, but a lot of cases become really severe that you need to call law enforcement. You need to call the police, and even some of the cases you go to court or go to legal system because you get sued or you sue somebody or the patient sue you, something like that. Okay, so we try to solve the issue using the technology. Okay, so what we do is that we try to using this panic button that we apply on every physicians and also nurses. that if they get violence treated or if they feel that something is wrong, yeah, then they will call for the security officer. The security officer will get the message or get the alarm, and then the camera will also pinpoint to the area where the incident happened. So in that case, the camera also part of the platform because the camera is also connected to our IoT platform because it is pinpoint the locations. In that case, the security not only know where it is, but also the security know what happened. Because in the camera, the security will know how many persons involved. Should I send just one security or two security? You can see from the security office screen monitoring. Okay, later I will put a video. Okay, and also this is one of the hospital in Taiwan that actually is #1 hospital in Taiwan. They implemented this system, and this is the layout of the hospital. Okay, so let me try. Sorry, I don't think you have sound there. It's just here. Yeah. So anyway. So in this kind of case, the tension between patient and also the doctors, it becomes really severe. Yeah. So you can see in 2014, the ER violence in this hospital is really severe. It's a McKay hospital. Yeah. Then how the hospital can really support them? Yeah. So sometimes because it already become severe, then the problem cannot be controlled. Then usually the staff spirit become low because they feel like deserted by the hospital because in a lot of cases the management cannot help them to alleviate these kind of issues. And also that in this kind of issue that a lot of time that become really violent and they go to court and you need the evidence and sometimes the legal process can become years. So you can see the screen. So the patient come and have tension, the security officer get the notice, and right away they go to the area to solve the issues. Also link with the IP camera. Okay. So you can see, also this lady said that last year after they implemented this system, all the violence become none, because a lot of tension already been reduced by the security officer because it really get escalated. I think that's the benefit of implementing these solutions. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Technical issue. Okay. So actually, the benefit is the cases of the violence drop tremendously, improve tremendously, and it's really prevent the violence escalation to become a worse scenario. Okay. This is the #1 case sharing. Two is that how do we integrate our IoT platform with the mobile health? Okay. So we have also worked with our partners that they have the portable ultrasonic, portable X-ray, portable analyzers, portable ECG, portable stethoscope, and etc. So integrated with IoT platform. In the past, what they do is that they have a software APK for each solution. So when the patients get into the ambulance, the staff have to use their cell phone or the iPad or something like that to connect it to the devices that have this solution. And then one by one, they check the condition and send it back to the hospital, orally or just send it. Most of the time it's orally. We just call doctor, say, okay, this is reading, blah, 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 something like that. Okay. So it takes time. It's a time consuming. And sometimes time is crucial for saving patients. So what we do is that we have this gateway that we have. We integrate it with all of these devices and put it into ambulance. We use 4G, and in the future we're going to use 5G to send out all the data and readings to doctors before it arrives in the hospital. So in that way, you can get a lot of treatment before, a lot of treatment assessment before the patient arrives in hospital. So integrated with a platform-based solution and the location tracking edit, because the gateways have the location-based functions, and also more suitable for hospital use. Yeah. Instead of one-by-one solution, it becomes integrated solution. And also AI function added to assist the management. Okay. This is case study 3. So we use the IoT platform to integrate it with a smart robot for hospital use. Before that, I'm going to play some video of the smart robot, but because there is no audio, but should be understandable. Okay, so this is the delivery robot that we implemented in the hospital that because of the corona issue that a lot of patients' room, the hospital staff, they become really hesitant to go in. So we use a robot to deliver all the equipment or maybe some food for them, yeah, instead of doing it manually by a human. So in the past, that you can only control this robot use one software, right? And it's only for the robot. But after we integrated with our IoT platform, that the robot become part of the platform, part of the system, so we know the locations and everything. This is another robot that we also implemented. Yeah. It is a robot that I call it a whistleblower robot because the robot is actually doing things like checking you wearing the mask or not. If you're not wearing the mask, then the robot will shout, okay, you're not wearing the mask, something like that. Also, it also can help to checking the environment status in hospital. Yeah, something like that. Also, this is a robot for cleaning the hospital environment. Yeah, so make sure that you can using our platform to control the robot, assign jobs to robot. Okay. So what we do is that we're using the IoT platform to have all the robot centralize the management. So before it's only one by one controlling the robot using their own software. But right now we can use the centralized software to dispatch the robot, assign job to robot, know the location of the robot, and also make the robot from the single management to fleet management. Yeah, knowing the location, check status, the battery, and assign replacement, something like that. And we also assign the AI-based management to that. This is one example that you don't need to implement all the solution, just one, and you can assess the ROI or the return of investment to your solution to implement it. For example, robot, one robot can replace like maybe 10 manpowers, and how many equipment that you save, and how many working hours that you save, and also working times improve, and the risk also improve. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the IoT platform can integrate with existing system. You don't need to modify the hospital information system, and it's an upgrade to your management. Actually, you can use it to, for example, that if you want to do medical AI, then medical AI can put it into your existing patient information. Then we put a button on the hospital information system that you can put AI when you want to do AI assessment and something like that. And also, you can link with your existing system. You don't need to modify. You don't need to add more system to complicate your existing one. Okay, sorry. So the IoT platform is a platform that we designed to help improve the hospital management. Okay, it's a new way to implement new solution. You don't have to have so many solutions to confuse your management. Plan it ahead. plenty hole, right? You don't create more problems to your staff, but you will let them to feel safe and comfort. And good ROI and good return on investment that you already made in technology can be assessed right away. I hope today's sharing can benefit to your future hospital tech upgrade strategy. And I'm also try to do some Q&A, but I don't speak Thai. Yeah, so anyway, so let me know if you have any questions. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I think that's it for my presentation. Thank you. Okay, have a nice day.